2. Oh, I did that backwards. I
Oh.
did that backwards, and they heard me say 2 and nothing else for no reason.
2.
2. 2. 2. There's not 2. There's 3. Well, I guess there's
What?
2. There's technically 2. Is the GM considered a person?
Not in my experience.
I don't know if the GM is ever considered a human being. That's actually something I always am. I feel like they're not considered a player.
Well, what were you saying?
The GM considered a human?
My bad. What was Sean saying? Oh, just no.
No, just no. Just no.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be no. You're supposed to be detached. You know, no favorites to your own characters, no favorites to anything.
I don't have any favorites. I don't know what you're talking about.
I guess advocate for your players, though. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want them to win in the end.
Do we?
You're just the GM is a computer with hands. That's way worse at being a computer than an actual computer, if we're honest. Listen, we're bad at being computers, but we're better at computers about doing things regarding literally anything a computer can't do. So, right?
That resembled English.
And
I think a computer wrote that.
God damn it. Somebody did criticize me by saying that a message I sent them was AI when I just wrote them a message. So, I still to this day don't know how to feel about that.
I very much accused one of my coworkers of that. I think I told you the story. I still stand by it. I'm pretty sure it was AI.
I think part of the problem is, honestly, that there's probably a more serious problem where people are, especially people in like any kind of service, have been talking like robots for such a long time that now that the robots are doing the talking, people just assume a robot's actually saying it now. Hot take?
Yeah.
I mean, when I worked in tech support, I got asked many times if I was a recording or if I was a real person.
Yeah. It's fine. We're doing good. I'm sure that people will be able to tell who people. I'm sure the Turing test isn't something. Turing the Turing
I'm
test.
sure the turtling test is going well.
I'm sure the capacity for people to tell the difference between a human being and a turtle is going well. Number one person you would put on the turtling test.
The biggest data point in this set. So
wait,
I don't know what we're gonna do from here on.
Who?
Mitch McConnell.
Oh, yeah, he is a bit of a don't give turtles a bad name. See, I was gonna say my number one would be like Danny DeVito.
Interesting.
I could see Turtle from Danny DeVito.
Who would you put on your turtle? Who would you put on your turtling test, Jackson?
Oh boy. I mean, that's a good one though. Well, I guess if we're just going for generally round fellows, Gabriel Iglesias or something like that. The guy who's always literally the comic who his whole thing is I'm fat. Hello, I am Mexican and fat.
Mm-hmm. Bless me. I mean, I feel like
I never got turtle vibes off of him, but I'm looking at images of him and I think you're actually right.
Oh God.
Hell yeah.
Well, now I'm curious.
He sort of has a turtle face in a way that I can't explain.
Yeah, I think part of it is there's a sort of turtle feature in which turtles have all and no neck at the same time.
Yeah, I know exactly what. I knew what you were going for.
That typically affects that kind of body profile. So,
Yeah.
well, we're get on it, engineers. Get on the turtling test, I guess, to see if people can determine the difference between a human being and a
In a
turtle.
turtle, yeah.
Well, welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm your host, Isaac, MC Canary, pronouns turtle, and we're playing,
It fits.
what?
No, it fits. The pronouns are any, and a turtle's a subset of any. It fits.
Turtle
Sorry,
or
go.
other other reptile, sometimes amphibian. We don't listen. My pronouns are turtle today, and we're doing more Mothership. We're doing more Mothership, which is a tabletop science fiction horror game that I've been running now for almost a year. Hey, I I'm saying I'm gonna make a nuclear option that if Halloween happens, it'll be the last session no matter what. That's my plan.
I'm ready. I'm
We're
ready to
fast
at this point.
approaching.
Yeah, at this point,
Everybody
I think that
introduce
means that
yourselves.
everyone. Yeah, I think that means the rocks fall, the space station dies. Like, uh,
Good ending.
yeah, good.
Uh-huh. You fall into
My name
Saturn.
is Jackson, he, him, and I'm here to burgle your turts. As is
Ooh.
how I should have ended that sentence, but I'm gonna end it in a much more lame way. Because as far as passing the turtle test, we have a cat who is a really smart cat, and the phrase that we use, Savannah and I, is that Miko is just smart enough to recognize or to realize that she is in fact a cat.
Mm.
Cat
Hi,
awareness.
my name is Sean, also known as TK, and I'll be playing Kolya, he, him. Um, I've yet to determine if anyone on this stream is a turtle or not. I'm still investigating.
You've seen me in person, so
I've seen turtles in person too. That doesn't scrub anything.
I worked
It's
with
not doing
turtles.
anything to. I don't think
Uh,
turtles have this amount of neck beard.
I don't
Interesting. The
know.
hair is a good data point.
Yeah.
I've seen some scrungly turtles in my time. They've got some action. They've got some chin action.
What
And
kind of
what
action they packing?
I can't believe, Jackson. I can't believe,
Yeah.
Fred, you haven't even opened your company
Oh yeah,
computer.
my
You haven't even checked
yeah.
your company email yet.
That's true. I think we were trying to I think we were trying to pick at some of the some of the puzzles that were sitting in there.
Uh-huh. I was going to say, well, as we usually do, as I usually force everyone to do, a quick summary. What is the last thing everybody remembers they were doing? Where did we leave off? Who would like to go first?
As an aside, I think I've said it before, but our idea about the whole sparkle the new things has been like literally the best idea we've had this entire game. Like
Wow, thank you. I'm glad nothing else has been good, including this Miro board itself.
it sparkle the new things has just like it truly is the chef's kiss when there is such a volume of data at this point.
Yes, fair. I mean, I knew that there would be enough of a volume of data that this would start to become a bit of a mess intentionally, so fair.
Last time I talked to my parents, that was pretty much the big thing. Think we were considering going to meeting up with Joanne after that. I want to say is kind of where the thoughts were.
Okay.
I talked to someone very different.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I gave Cujo's wife the artifact and sort of gathered some data about how she interacted with that.
And then you found yourself somewhere, and now you're somewhere.
Somewhere.
Now you're someone. But yeah, last time Fred did get to his parents. You got some resources to play with.
I did. And I think I wrote them down because it was what was Papa's gun or something like that.
Yes,
Uh,
you should have.
I think it's right next to my character sheet. Yeah, the revolver. A revolver fully loaded.
And you
And
also
I
got.
plugged in. What's
Oh,
up?
go ahead. No, go ahead. You
And I
first.
plugged in the electricity projector. Just it was just like, hey, Ma, can I borrow an outlet?
Uh-huh. And then you also, I actually remember this. You also got 6 additional bullets for it. So I totally forgot about that. That or I remember.
Six extra bullets?
Yes, because you rolled a d6 to see how many spare bullets you got. So you
Oh, okay,
also
so
have
it's not
6.
just full.
Yes.
It's not just full. I have 6. Okay.
Oh god,
Uh,
hydrate, man. Hydrate, man.
do you wanna
Drat
give me do you wanna give me a size for that? I don't have any water on me. I've made a foolish mistake.
Oh, they're bullets. They're minuscule. They don't take they don't take additional space. And then you also got a credit chip that I don't think we rolled.
No, I don't have that written down. Do you want me to roll some stuff?
Sure. Roll me
What kind of
d10
2d10?
and then multiply the sum by 100.
Okay, that was 16, so there'd be 1600 then.
Yes.
Jeez, did she give me life savings? I don't know how much money this is in this game.
It's
I don't know if that's $16. I don't know if that's like.
oh, it's Neo yen, so yeah, it's 1/10 of a penny, you know. Guys, they finally threw pennies into the well, actually, is that even recent? I feel like pennies have been in the trash officially for a while now, haven't they?
It's a whole thing. We shouldn't
Oh.
get into it.
Okay, never mind. I don't want to talk about it if it's stupid. If it's actually stupid.
Well, the penny has been worth more than the penny for a while, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is such a long conversation that we shouldn't get into.
Gotcha.
Penny's bad. Bye pennies. We don't have to talk about it.
I
Okay.
have 4 right here though. What do I
Eat
do
them.
with them?
How do you feel about a nickel though? Are they
Get
still
rid of that shit too.
Honestly,
do we start at dimes, quarters, or are we just starting at dollars now?
Look, I recognize that there are problems with getting rid of an entire digit from our monetary system because the quarter exists and it would be unpleasant and uncomfortable to change how much a quarter is worth. I do think that we should only have dimes and quarters.
Fair.
Heck, even
Yeah, at this point,
dimes.
yeah. At this point, inflation has.
Okay, even dimes.
I mean, honestly, that wouldn't be bad.
What can you buy for less than $1? Other than beans, you can still buy beans for less than $1, but not
Yeah.
everything.
Individual
Well,
beans?
No, like a can of beans is 90 cents.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was actually Savannah and I were just talking about that literally the other day, where it's so frustrating that they jacked up the price of ramen. Like, it used to be within like the past year, you used to be able to get ramen for like less than 30 cents, and now it's almost like 50 cents. And it's like that's supposed to be the cheap thing. Like, if you have no money, if you have pennies, that you're supposed to be able to get ramen. Like, that's make it a
Oh,
loss
yeah.
leader, make it dang near free. Actually, make it free. I don't know.
Well, now what you're describing is a food bank, and yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, but yeah, that's what happened on Fred's side and on Kolia's side. I had to remember what we were talking about. You were at
Pennies.
Daimon. You were at
just talking about
Daimon.
pennies.
Yeah. You were at Daimon, and uh uh you had met back up with Cujo, who seemed to be a little bit more in a rougher state than you had left him. And you got some information from watching uh, uh, Cujo's wife interact with this artifact, and then you blacked out, and we ended on a cliffhanger, which I guess I need to not do as often, which I will try not to do as often. To be fair, I'll actually
I think
admit I
it'll-
don't. I don't think there's one I could end you on today. So I promise I don't think that'll happen.
Here's another
think
data
it's-
point
Yeah.
on the topic of cliffhangers that may influence all of us, or at least me and Isaac.
The turtle test.
Uh, I remember that there was a cliffhanger. The details of what you set up have not stuck.
It's funny.
Hey, that might work better then to drop you in then.
No, the backfire effect has gotten Isaac. Isaac's like, I'm a genius.
I've done it.
I did it. Now it's in this specific case. You're in the most character to be as disoriented as possible, because you did fail a save, and that can play into this. So, but yeah, you ended up blacking out shortly after this this situation, this experience you were having with with watching Gujo's wife interface with this artifact. And yeah, I think that is pretty much caught up. And also we left the elevator. Man, I can't believe you forgot.
The elevator is so
Elevator.
last session.
How we've missed you.
Uh-huh. And we're over halfway done. I can't believe you forgot that too.
It's because I don't believe it.
We're actually circling back. We're not halfway done yet anymore.
True, you actually made negative progress because Sean went back
negative progress.
to Daimon, and then you're about to probably go back to Titan Station. So, but yeah,
We're
then
on the night of Halloween, which what night is that? That is what the. Sorry, this is important for me. It's a Saturday. On Saturday, the night of Halloween, the last words we're gonna hear in this campaign is "You're over halfway."
No. You fully misunderstand. Saturday, the night of Halloween, we're all gonna get together, and the last words we're gonna hear are "You get back on the elevator."
Yeah.
And then it ends, and then nobody knows what happens to anybody.
That's true. Isaac will end us with a cliffhanger.
Uh-huh. And then season 2, maybe. Eventually. Gotta read the manga. Sorry, guys.
The manga is just your assorted, unorganized notes.
Yeah. I'm
with
in
occasional
real time.
pictures. It's a light novel.
Uh-huh.
In real time, I'm actively deciding how I feel about a season 2.
Uh-huh.
Considering
Well, that catches up where we left off. There is new stuff on the Miro board. Where do you have any questions? Where do you want to start?
I mean, I feel like we've sort of each got a thing here. And then a
Yeah.
bonus thing if we want to address that last. I got a response about where this data came from. This is the data about the ancient alien. This is Ancient Aliens, the TV show data. This data is dated to November 4th, 2120. Download was processed approximately 1 hour before landing was completed on Tennyson Station. Data was downloaded from an unknown source via a wireless connection transmitted from Tennyson approximately 14 seconds. Error, data storage near capacity. Please contact a technician in clear space. Congestion of data may cause loss in performance. May.
Mayu. Now it'll be a question whether or not those typos are real or not.
Genuinely, yeah.
That's not their name. How dare you pull that definitely wrong, accursed, not referenced name here, you.
Hold on. Let me remember.
Oh no, you
Oh,
spelled
yeah,
it right
no,
the second time.
I just spelled it wrong.
Uh-huh. The most wrong, in fact, you probably could have.
Look, it's the only reasonable way to misspell it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to have to inform you that it is the same name.
Yeah. Hey, if it's
Everyone
any
seems to find the
consolation,
difference.
it's one of those references I made realizing after what I had done.
Look, it doesn't have to be a reference. It can just be an unrelated name. Just because that thing is constantly occupying 5% of your brain's RAM.
And
Doesn't mean
that
true.
is the correct way to describe it is that thing.
It is fascinating how it did in fact. Like at first I was gonna say rent, but truly it bought a condo in your brain at this point.
And I like to just, I don't even make it pay rent. Like, I just try to make sure that I don't go buy that condo. That I don't pass
You
that
condemned
condo.
that whole street.
Uh-huh. Why shouldn't I have? All right.
Let's see. We've got other new things.
Uh-huh.
We have a new picture. Did we want to address that, or do we want to come back to that? That's probably a Kolya thing. I think that's a Kolya thing.
That's the picture you took.
Cool.
I'll say you took like other pictures of all the sides,
Sure.
but I didn't want to draw the same picture 3 times.
Ooh, interesting. A new massage.
A new
Middlesex
massage
officer.
indeed.
Middlesex officer Richard Jensen. The Jensen was from the first camp back on Titan that got completely, absolutely destroyed, didn't it? Just ransacked.
I mean, you guys were attacked. I don't know if you know what the condition was like. You ended up having to
No,
flee.
we fled. Yeah, we fled. We thought it was being overrun, which is why I think we chose to flee. Um, I think if we thought we weren't being overrun, then we probably would have tried to grab Billy. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah. So is this okay? So I'll read. So I'm interested in both these things. So the prompt was if we had to choose between completing our tasks after 120 hours or leaving tasks undone, which is the priority if worse comes to worst? And Saya, I believe this is Saya.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, this is Saya. Replies, we understand your concern regarding the conditions of your employment. As of right now, all focus should be completing as much of your assigned duty as possible before needing to leave Tennyson Station. Completing tasks to the best of your ability takes priority, and any unfinished tasks will be evaluated, assessed, and distributed to future operators, including you, if necessary after closure of this current operation. That's actually just a real answer. The real answer is, in fact, I might even write a little sticky note that says "Thanks, Saya." That's this straight up like Saya is literally saying, "Hey, the bigger priority is getting out before 120 hours instead of completing the checklist." That's that's good. All right, well, I'm interested in. I want to open this. I want to open this mail, this letter from
Well,
Milsect Officer Richard Jensen. Oh wait, what? Is there actually like something embedded underneath it?
play with it.
Hiya!
Play with it.
Oh, that is he is surprisingly hip with the times. I thought he was a little bit more.
This is several centuries into the future. You don't think our generation is gonna leave some impacts?
That's true.
This is old now.
This isn't hip with the times. This is as though he. This is like talking in a transatlantic accent today.
Yeah, you better doggone believe me. This is actually an impressive setup. I appreciate the reply box. That's phenomenal. That's
This
inspired.
donut looks like a deviled egg.
It does. What the heck?
Play with it. You're good.
Congrats on surviving. How's Billy? What's the news? Call me anytime. Here is my number. Do you want to stretch that out a little bit?
Yeah.
Adaptive boxes.
Uh-huh. Okay. I had so much fun with this, and yet my brain was like, oh wait, you actually have to figure out how to make this work now. Fuck.
Can you just grab this whole thing and push it up here?
Ooh, that's true. Then let me think.
Go.
I can respond. I can respond to this. Why do I keep clicking? I need to stop clicking that. Whatever I'm clicking, I need to stop clicking that. How dare you make my system better than I can?
I'm trying to help.
And I will say where we are starting. So I will say let me go ahead and cook on that for a minute. We can start with we can probably start from there. Uh, with either of you, whoever would like to start first, because I would say if we can continue this, or start with Colia, because Colia otherwise probably can't really interface with this right now.
Yeah, we did cliffhanger Cole. If Colia is in some sort of fourth state, then we can resolve that for
Hey,
yeah.
Uh-huh.
If you're in
what
some sort of dream
state is that, Dirk?
dimension, yeah.
He went to the seventh dimension, which we don't want to talk about what happens there.
I went to the 10th circle of hell.
Uh,
And
that's where
you
they
hung with
put.
Dante, and like he was so cool.
And you crawled up the devil's butthole. God, why'd they gotta do that? Wait, no, they crawled out of his butthole, right?
I think they kind of climbed up the crack.
It was like
I
the
don't know.
taint, yeah. I forget. Was it? Oh gosh,
I thought they went through
it.
his mouth.
I thought it's been a while since I forget what video, because it was a great presentation about how it's basically just a fan fiction, wasn't
That
it?
might have been a super bunny hop, actually.
OSP, I believe.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I don't know what OSP is. I feel like I
Overly
should.
sarcastic productions.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. All right. Uh, but if we're good to go, um, give me one moment. Give me one more moment. Things I click need to go. All right. Colia, your vision begins to fade back into focus. And the first thing you're confronted with is a sort of blackened marble obsidian surface in front of you. Um, and you remember kind of experiencing some temper like temporal pressure and a headache, which is now kind of started to fade. You are a bit disoriented, but otherwise at the moment actually feel a bit relaxed. Like actually like you feel like you're in a seated position. Uh, and begin to look up and look around, and four other individual or four other groups are looking back at you.
Do I recognize them?
You don't immediately. You kind of have this vague feeling that you recognize their personage, but you don't quite know. You're like kind of struggling to remember their names. You see uh looking between them, you see one that you recognize with six portions, as well as two others that have 5 and 4 portions. And at kind of the farthest end, on as you're looking around this table, which is a kind of like pentagonal shape, and you're seated at actually one of the flat sides of this pentagon. Um, there's one who has 7 parts, uh, who you recognize as kind of senior in this place. Uh, I guess before we go into kind of the immediate thing that happened last time, what is the first thing that you, both as the player and Colia, are thinking and want clarified at what you're looking at?
Uh, so as a player, I just want to make sure I'm envisioning this correctly. So are we sort of seated around like round table style?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Inter-
as you look at the seats, you look at the other individuals and you see them seated uh, by these kind of tall, kind of like pillars with almost like a shelf at the top. And at the top, you can see that their legs and feet are hooked into the top, allowing you to kind of like, and as you look around, and you are also kind of suspended from one of these pillars, but it's not like you're affixed to it. It feels relaxed. It feels like this is a natural position for your body to be in.
Um, is there anything on this like surface that we're all seated around?
There there isn't. There's nothing on the surface itself. It seems to be a pretty open surface. But you do recognize it as a table, and it would be used as a table if there was anything to put on it. Near the center, though, kind of suspended in the middle of this room where this table is located and where you are located, the room kind of has a let me get the right words for this. Um, it has a sort of central structure that is hanging from the center of the ceiling, that kind of goes down and winds down. And at the tip of it, it kind of narrows down into 5 points that spread out at equal points, and kind of has a noticeable glow near the tip, as well as maybe a faint hum, but otherwise is not uh, doing anything.
Those 5 points, are they like are they like positioned near the seats at the table, or are they like more somewhere else?
They are, I will say, they are pointed kind of decoratively, to kind of match the position of the table and seem to be pointed at the tips of the table. The points aren't long, and this kind of central structure um, is focused in the center of the table, and kind of it it doesn't take up very much space. Like the table itself takes up much more space than the actual
Yeah,
central structure. It just is centralized in the middle of the table.
yeah.
But it doesn't actually contact the table. It actually stretches all the way back up to the ceiling.
Um, I will. As I look around at the like other figures here, is anyone speaking?
As you're looking around and as you kind of like focus in, yes, uh, uh, one of them is speaking, and it takes you a moment, but you realize they're actually directed at you speaking, and they say, "What's this? Have you made progress on researching? Have you made progress on researching?" One second. I've got so many freaking resources for.
Has the DM made progress on researching their notes?
Uh-huh. Have you made progress on researching Shistostats?
I I don't know.
As you vocalize that, a thought enters your mind, though it's not your own. And you you almost hear a thought vocalize saying, you hear a thought vocalizing inside of your head saying, don't, you don't remember?
Um, I'll try to say stash.
The group kind of look between each other, and one of them, the six-bodied one, who you recognize, and when you look at them, you recognize them in a way that gives you an immediate familiarity, almost like you're looking at a part of yourself. And then they vocalize saying, I apologize. It seems that they have been under incredible strain regarding the situation. Um, the one that spoke to you, the one that you would describe as having four parts or four bodies, says, I understand that, but the situation is becoming dire. We do not have the luxury of being restricted by strain. As he says that, and having kind of turned your attention away from the one with six parts, uh, you feel a thought in your head again form, saying, what happened to your work. And another part of you says, you were just working on this for the last. You've been working on this for the last year and a half.
I haven't been working on anything for a year and a half.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The immediate response you get from that is a feeling of concern from yourself.
How long have we been on the station?
You, on the station, you have been there for...
It's only a few days.
Yes, it has only been... Yes, it's only been about 3 days.
How long ago did my encounter on my home moon happen?
Ooh, that is a good question, actually. Let me requisition. If not, I guess I have to make a number.
It's long enough ago that I've had that this is not my first job since. Like, I had to go all the way out to Neptune.
Let me see. No, I don't think that's there. Boy, I have so many notes that it might be here, actually. Hold on. Maybe. Oh, what's...
I guess I'll put it a different way. Is it even approximately close to a year and a half ago?
I will say yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Just to make it simple, yes. It's been at least a year. If
Um,
it's felt that belabored on your part, if you've kind of like separated from that situation that much.
Then I will say barely even been aware of the situation for a year and a half.
There is more concerned confusion that you feel when you say this. To clarify, I guess, those direct thoughts you had, you know that there was no vocalization. Are you kind of like doing that in return as a response?
Yes, but I don't think that I'm like. I think I am still saying these things out loud, even though I'm aware. Like, I think that Kolya in this moment is not processing well enough to be like, I shouldn't say this thought out loud.
Okay. Yeah. When they pick up, when all four of them pick up that you're kind of like softly muttering a little bit things, an advertisement plays. But no. I'll try to throw in there before the ads start. The seven bodied one says, the seven bodied one says, "No, I can understand this incredible strain that you have been putting yourself under. It is an undertaking, to say the least. We've seen our fair share and have had to make plenty difficult call in our time. We do not envy the necessity of having to find a solution such as this. To I also understand that having to find a way for us to overcome the finding a way for us to overcome the presence of Drastashdash. It's not easy. We were not expecting it to impact us this gravely. The hmm still any findings on how your work operates would still be useful. We are still concerned of with potential ramifications regardless of its utilization, what effects it has on subjects, anything that you may have. And then ads happen. And ads haven't been happening. Shit. Sorry. I got lost in my own sauce.
You got carried away.
I
I was
mean,
looking at that. I was like, man, it looks like my ads end in like a minute.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you missed all that, Jackson. I don't know what to tell you.
It's okay. I'll catch the VOD.
Boy, I'm very curious how Polia's processing all of this right now. I'm sure that this is very disorienting, and I hope so. I want it to be.
Kolya's hungry.
Kolia is hungry. You do feel hungry
Boy,
and
I'm
are
hungry.
mad that there's no food in front of you at this very clearly dinner table.
Uh-huh.
This very strangely shaped dinner table.
Well, as the ads end, I will try to stand up.
Interesting. So you're trying to like unseat yourself?
Yeah, I mean, Kolya is processing the impulse as stand up. Do with
Okay.
that what you will.
Yeah. You kind of uh relax in a way and feel yourself kind of decouple from the top of your seat and kind of climb down along it with your legs and two of your arms. Uh and kind of like stand up. The four of them turn their attention towards you and look uh inquisitively.
I'm gonna try and look around this space that we're in. Yeah, like, is there an exit? Is there anything else in this space?
Okay. You look around to kind of examine the room, and You are in the room itself is fairly large, and I'll say there are 5 exits. There are 5 exits on each of the surrounding 5 walls of the room, which the walls, which are made of kind of this obsidian material, uh, kind of stretch up uh, into a bit of a curved domed roof. And the ceiling is kind of the walls and the roof all kind of consist of these non-orthogonal shapes that are kind of linking together, with several in the ceiling that are faintly glowing and others in the ceiling that are these kind of like decorative shapes that have been kind of crafted into the ceiling, as you're looking around. But there is an exit for each of the 5 walls centered on the walls.
I'm going to say, okay. I'm going to tell you a little bit of what I'm thinking, and then I will actually say what I'm doing.
Okay.
So a few things here. One, I think Kolya's instinct is to flee. Um, Two, I'm wanting to like see what the limits of this experience are. Like, I think Kolya wants to know if it's even possible to leave this room in his current state. And three, I think Kolya's concerned that this conversation might go poorly and is wondering like if Kolya leaves in a human interaction, if there's someone at this table who's like more personally connected to them, that person might follow after to check if things are okay. And I think Kolya is sort of testing the waters to see like, is there a chance that might happen here?
When you do you want an immediate response to your thoughts? I can give you one.
Sure.
When you have those thoughts, you do have one thought. And again, these thoughts almost seem to come in a way that is not from you in a sense, but it still feels like something that you're interfacing with. One thought is stay, and out of like a thought of concern, as well as a thought of a concern regarding your feelings on the situation.
Okay. But you said that's like an external.
It feels like an external thought that's kind of been you've been provided by something else.
Okay.
And
Um, yeah,
when
go ahead.
you kind of examine one of those thoughts, you get the distinct feeling that one of those thoughts makes you think of the six-bodied one.
Hmm.
Like something that they would want you to know.
Okay.
Um the As you are also processing those thoughts, the one that is concerned shows you, or you're given the impression of some of the research they are talking about, and it involves something regarding biologically engineering an agent of some kind to combat a disease that you and your kind are currently being confronted with.
Uh, Interesting. I'll just vocalize, since there seems to be like a thought transference going on here. I will vocalize Kolya's first thought is, am I
um, there, there is. There is a confused yes. There's like a confused confirmation from one that feels othered and one that feels like you.
Okay. I will say out loud. I'm gonna be cagey about this to like test the waters, but I'm going to say out loud the splitting disease, and then just kind of trail off.
Say that one more time. I actually didn't quite catch it.
The splitting disease.
There is the the four-bodied one looking at you, who you now suddenly remember a name, and you remember that you got the name of them as Sichush, and they say in response to that, they say, yes, the very one. And they seem to have a bit of an impatience in their tone. They say, I apologize. I just am unfortunately restricted on what I am capable of doing in this situation compared to you and yours. And they gesture with one of their arms towards the six-bodied one.
I nod as though I understand what that means.
When they point towards the six-bodied one, there is a strange feeling of affirmation that you get as a thought, which has been one of these kind of like contributing thoughts that you've had.
Am I wearing any clothes? Weird question to ask.
No,
30 minutes into
it's
a
a valid
conversation,
question.
but...
I will say you feel covered, but you can't tell if it's with clothing or with something else.
Okay.
But you don't feel naked.
Right. The reason I ask is, do I have pockets?
Huh. I can't believe you would ask me whether or not you have pockets. What's in its pockets, Sean?
Uh-huh. What is in its pockets, indeed?
Oh, fuck. Yes, I will say that along your flanks, there are kind of like some spots where you kind of like feel around, and you do have kind of like places that you can store small objects and stuff, and you do have a couple of objects, including as you're like feeling around, you actually pull one out and look at it and examine it, and it is the same artifact you had, but it's pristine. The one that you're familiar with is definitely much more worn and has like cracks and damage to it.
And I read it.
Yeah. Uh, you know what? I'll, I will put it to you first.
Mhm.
What do you try to do when you try to read it?
I try to uh use my foot and put the tips of my claws into the top of it in a
Okay.
circular motion.
Okay. You are able to do that. There is a bit of confused almost bemusement when you do that you feel from yourself. Like you feel like almost you yourself and these other presences are like that is a way you can do it, and they're kind of but they get almost like a sense that what you're doing is almost childish, but it's amusing. You're not like in trouble for doing it this way.
Uh-huh.
um well, you're about to get some shit. This is hey, all things considered, this is not only not how I thought this was gonna go. I didn't even think this is how I was gonna give you this information, which is exciting to me. Um, all right,
What has it got in its pockets? Is
what has it got in its pockets? Hey, this solves the thing that I was worried about that I don't think you'll have to worry about anymore. Actually, and I will put this in here because I will say probably at some point you'll I'll say your memory's strong enough that you'll be able to remember what you have here.
okay. Good.
But there is a thing.
Hmm.
Would you like to share with the class popcorn?
You unselect it so that it will be not grayed out.
Oh yeah, that's weird that that happens.
Uh, apologies in advance for the large quantity of alien words.
You're welcome.
Concerning sort of survival. Password. Stash has had a terrible impact on our populations of we thought have persisted for hundreds of millions of years and now face a dilemma onset by centuries of conflict and onset of a great peril. Sashash is by no means a greater threat to our existence than any previous danger met in our time. There is discourse on the survival of SWAT and the potential ethical dilemma utilizing SWAT poses. The ethical dilemma utilizing SWAT poses. SWAT are not opposed to modifying their environment to suit their needs. However, they
I spelled that. That's just
that's
actually a
supposed to say
typo.
strictly.
Yes, strictly. Sorry. That was gonna bug me. There you go.
I like I like that my inability to read this properly sort of reflects the childishness of in character my attempts at reading it.
hmm
Sloths are not opposed to modifying their environment to suit their needs. However, they strictly for a form of homeostasis.
Wow. Did
In,
I really write this correctly? Go on, continue.
in
Apparently, I
which
should have
minimal
reread this.
in which minimal impact is made to their environment and the utilization of their biotechnologies. Their interaction with humans, which had only fairly recently been defeated and eradicated after 4,000 years of conflict, that left SWAT fairly devastated and significantly weakened. However, they still do they do still dislike the idea of having to assimilate another sentient species in order to recover from the toll Stasis has had on their race. Okay. Interesting. So, let me sort of extrapolate here my interpretation of this.
Okay.
The things in my visions are the Sawatith, and they were the splitting disease is a bioweapon created by the I've lost where it is in this note, so I'm gonna go to the other note because the Yumpsish and all of the Yimsish were defeated. The splitting disease is still taking its toll. And it's in order to combat the splitting disease that the Soath are assimilating, in their words, humans to overcome the effects of the splitting disease.
I'm gonna take this all as canon thoughts that Collier is having.
Yes. Yes.
As you're thinking this, you get affirmations until you actually hit the identifier of human, to which you get this hazy confusion again from yourself. Like, but in a way that's more of the thought of not being able to recognize what that is.
4,000 years of conflict. Millions of years ago. Millions of years ago versus. Okay, no, this doesn't say how long ago that happened. Hmm, 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 hmm. Hmm, hmm, hmm. I'm just going to put the artifact on the table and like sort of push it out as far into the table as I can, and like as if to be like, this is it. This is my research.
The other that you recognize closest to you, both probably literally and figuratively, um, they grab the artifact with one of their arms and they say, "This is the start. This is one of their major thesis statements we had." And they look over to you. They look over to you, and you feel both from yourself and see from them a feeling of concern. Um,
Is
though
accurate.
to what's that?
I just said that's accurate.
They when you kind of like think and examine on that feeling, it's not like it feels like two different interpretations of concern, or like concern from two very distinctly different locations. Like you can recognize that they're showing concern, but also there's a second thought of concern that you can separate the two. They're not directly related to each other actually. They're both independently being made, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They continue. We we have shown some success, at least for now, though the stability of this agent is not quite been perfected. We will admit this kind of extent of our understanding of biological processes is still fairly difficult. Frankly, it's a solution, though it is not one that we are the most comfortable with still. It has plenty of ramifications from those that will be affected by it, as well as even what it will mean for us.
They will fight it.
The four-bodied one says, understand that is why at least we gave you as much data as we can for being able to be prepared when it is utilized as you had requested. Um, as they finish, they they can, or as they say that, they continue. They say, we are already becoming short of time. You do not need me to inform you, I would hope, that much of our population has already been reduced tremendously by the impact that that Shistash Shistash has had on us. Normally, we are more familiar with having time on our side, but having to work so quickly certainly dampens things. What we mainly need to know is it at least functional enough? Have you been successful in calibrating things, be able to store and restore plenty of our information, plenty of our selves? We need to start production quickly if we are going to make it through this.
It is not ready.
When you say that, you have the thought of yourself saying ready but not safe, and the other saying choice in a kind of thoughtful, inquisitive way, though in a way that's kind of that is also concerned, if not a bit morose.
Um, I get up and try to go to the nearest exit.
Okay. As you start leaving, um, the six-bodied one does start to they kind of do a gesture to kind of signify that they are excusing themselves as well, and starts to remove themselves from their platform. And the seven bodied one looks over towards you and says in kind of a clear whistling tone, was this I understand the necessity of wanting to be able to generate something that will be the most correct. However, as counselor of this table and of what is left of us, we do not have the time. We understand that if you need more time, take it. Just know when it comes to it, we will have to make this decision sooner, not later.
I understand.
You start to move towards the exit, and the other the other form, the six bodied one, kind of clambers over towards you, and they look at you with six eyes, um, and they hold up a hand, opening with three fingers out, in three directions, and they almost seem puzzled, and they say, "Are you okay?" And you hear that almost reverberate in your head as well.
I say something very strange is happening to me.
When you say that, the part of yourself that feels the most like yourself asks a strange question and says, "Who are you?" And the six-bodied one, they look at you and in a concerned tone say, "I know this has been hard, but even this is strange for you. You don't seem to be yourself. I am."
Research is having an unexpected effect. The assimilation is taking a different form than anticipated.
Here, they say. And as you're actually looking at them, you notice that a part of them is slightly discolored. Not in a bad way, just as it almost like is an aesthetic way. A part of their body is a different shade, like a different coloration. Um, and they say here, and then you have a thought that says that almost feels like a reflex. Um, and you feel a part of your body start to almost unstitch itself, and you see as this discolored part of them, as of the six-bodied part, detaches, and you feel a part of yourself detach, and you feel two, and you no longer feel the thought of that other. that isn't you. And then you see this detached part kind of maneuver around and reattach to you. And then you feel now twice a thought. You feel an exchange of thoughts almost immediately, almost without your control. And then now the question repeats again. Who are you? And then this one in front of you asks you, who are you? And you black out again. How's Kolya's brain doing?
It's working on overdrive right now.
That's good. That's kind of working as intended. Hey, that was a lot of fun. Thank you for letting me do that to your brain.
Uh-huh.
Um, Fred. Uh, you are. I don't remember exactly. If you do, please let me know. If not, I have an idea where we can start. Do you remember exactly where you were when you left off? Were you still at your parents' place? Were you
I was still at my
leaving?
parents' place, yeah.
Okay.
And then I sent that message to, I think I was starting to walk out. I want to say I was thinking about heading towards meeting up with Joanne because we're just talking about, like, I think we were just talking about doing that. And I was thinking out loud. I was like, how am I going to transport my parents? You know, my dad's apparently pretty sickly. My mom's still old anyway. And there's monsters around. I remember the Lydia was just like, don't worry, I got some ideas. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So there was that. And then, yeah, I sent that message.
Before you step out, Lydia actually catches you, and she just says, "Hey, I'll stay here with your folks and try to get as much as I can ready. I wouldn't say I have, an exact timetable or anything, but give me at least like 2 or 3 hours, okay?"
For whatever you're planning on doing, 2 3 hours is pretty quick. Honestly, I owe you a lot. I appreciate it.
I mean, I no, that don't worry about that, I guess. She kind of stammers and she just says, "I'll get something ready and I'll be ready to go. If you aren't here, I'll let you know when I'm ready."
All right. Yeah. Sounds good.
Give me one moment. I'm finally making a response to this.
You're good.
You receive that. You receive after your message that I'm gonna say like you had like just sent out. You actually receive that like a minute later. Um, I guess the floor is your oyster on whichever whatever you want to kind of uh pick at first.
The floor is my turtle.
Uh-huh. The floor is your turtle.
Uh,
Send me
well,
the floor is my turtle, Sean. Please.
let's see. So I'm not gonna go get too far away because Lydia might want to hear this as well. I don't want to have to double back and try to tell her. So I'm just gonna step outside my parents' place, and shoot him a call.
Okay. Yeah. You kind of patch in a kind of like remote call through your PDA. You've got um um you've got who's that? Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Um but no, you kind of reach out and uh
Who's that?
I turned on
Jeez.
ambient sound on accident. You um get a little bit of a dial tone for a second, and then it kind of picks you up. And I like I like the thought of this. He does turn on like a little web camera. Do you turn on a camera or?
I turn it on for a second. I'm like, I don't need to. We don't need to show face. I'm glad you're all right. What's going on? I turn off
Well,
my camera.
um, yeah, he looks a little bedraggled. Um, there is a notable. Hmm, I'll do this to you too. Roll me a D100 and name it high or low, please.
And I name it high, and I rolled 89.
There is a bandage noticeably on his head, and he says, "Well, I'm glad that all of our hard work got you someplace nice and cheery. You look fan fucking tastic."
All things considered, yeah, actually, we're I turned my camera back on for a couple seconds. Yeah, I mean, all things considered, we're all right. I wouldn't even call it a Pyrrhic victory. Fled. We fled because we were scared shitless. We
Man,
falling apart at the seams.
yeah, we made it through by the skin of our teeth, and I can at least say that those are a few hours that are gonna stick with me for a while, but it seems to have cooled down for the moment.
That's good.
Hopefully, I know we've been informed that in he kind of sniffs in about 12, 13 hours we'll be I think pulling back into Rhea as long as everything is going well there. Hopefully, it will be for the best. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, we he kind of looks away and he says, "You mentioned you mentioned you were looking for your folks. Find them. How are they?"
Did find him. Did I'm actually right outside my mom and pop's house right now. They not our family house anymore. They're a bit too old to get around easily, so we're at sort of a assisted living apartments. Like they still got most of their freedoms, but they got nurses, they got people checking in on them, making sure they're still all right. So they're kind of in one of those in between homes.
He scratches his chin. Out of character, I'm mainly just asking if you remember how much into depth. Did you ever talk to Jensen about, or Sergeant Jensen about, what like any of your plans were for trying to get them off station or anything?
I think if I hadn't made it explicitly clear, I don't think I was hiding it from them.
Okay.
I'll even finish the sentence with like, they've been living in the assisted living. It's still trying to get them out, still trying to get them off of Titan, but yeah, well, Lydia with us seems to got some sort of plan, and I have no idea what she's got cooking, but I trust her.
What about you? I'll tell you if you can find your way back here. We'll see what we can do. Though I can't. I can't rightly, confidently say that this is going to be the safest place for you or your folks to be for the time being. Though we'll we can see what we can do. Unless you have other plans, I have no idea. Want to touch base with you with regards to that to let you know what our situation was looking like here.
Well, I gotta say, after dealing with Sergeant What's His Butts over here in Rhea, genuinely appreciate your hospitality. Fortunately,
what can I say? My folks always said good, I'd make a good restaurant steward.
you got that winning smile.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we do in fact have some other cavalier plans. Turns out Lydia's brother, and at this point I dang near owe Lydia my life because she's saving two of mine. Her brother is probably, he ain't doing so hot from the things I've been seeing. Mental stuff, not physical. I think physically he's fine. He's just kind of, I don't know, maybe he's been sucking his own farts a little bit too much, but plan is to go over to Apodus somehow without this branch of Milsect catching in on it. So, if you rat us out, that would be really unfortunate, to be honest. So I'm telling you more than I should, but
well, I don't think you'll have to worry about that. Mainly, our concern with Iapetus is just trying to keep them away keep that pylon away from us as much as possible. So, if you decide to go there on your own volition, well, I don't think any of us are gonna stop you.
Is it actually worse than Titan?
We haven't had direct communication with Iapetus in at least a day and a half, and when it was there, it was not pretty. If you thought Titan was looking sore, Iapetus is.
I did.
Frankly, I can't imagine going in there, I'll be honest.
Is it just hell on earth?
Hell in here, that's for damn sure. Earth sounds like a paradise right now, and I know they have their own problems.
Yeah, the pollution's pretty bad, but enough air. You get enough air purifiers for your home. You pack some oxygen on your way to school. Way to work, you're fine.
Yeah,
Cars are
survived to
cars
your
are good.
40s and 50s, so I'm told.
Yeah, wife and
Long
daughter are pretty
lifespan than here at
determined.
the moment.
That's true. Got some sentimentality. I mean, shoot, I'd lived there. I lived there about a while ago, but well, shit, that's not good. No, that's good. I'm not going to deter her from going to Iapetus. I mean, shoot, even if somebody told me my parents were dead, I'd still probably show up here and check in on them and be like, "Yep, that's dead body." So I feel like there's probably no talking her out of that.
If we can link
Uh,
back up,
yeah.
I'll either send somebody for you, or I'll help myself. We'll see. Situation is a bit of what we like to call a clusterfuck, so, you know,
Oh yeah. A little food bar. I remember that.
he nods.
Out of character, you know Fubar, yeah.
Yeah, I know Fubar.
Okay,
Yes,
just
I
making
know
sure.
Fubar.
I know it's common, but sometimes, yeah. Uh, we'll say this Fubar survived the ages.
Uh-huh.
uh, but the Fred turns around and says, "All right, tell it to me straight, Doc. Do you even have a head count ability at this point? It sounds like you just came out of the scuffle. So, is everyone accounted for? Is he even alive?"
Have him right here. He looks at you and he hesitates. Eh, Yep,
Before
that's
you
about right.
lift that die, what numbers do we need to see for
Oh,
good or
that's a good
bad?
point. Numbers you don't want to see. Uh, let me open up. Let me open up the book. Ooh, there we go. What we don't want to see. No, I didn't go far enough. Where is hurt? There it is. We do what we want. Ideally, you want under a 2. You want 0 to 2, ideally, is what I would say here.
Ideally, 1 0 to 2. Okay, and that's a D10, right? So it goes all the
Yes.
way up from. Gotcha. Okay.
Well, is everybody ready? Sean, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's find Billy's fate. 3, 2, 1. Oh my! Oh wait, no, that wasn't a 0. Oh, that's not good. Can
Was
you
that
guys see that?
six?
Here,
Was
hold
that?
It's
on.
either a 6 or a 9, which I think are the same.
I think the
It
6 side is
is.
underlined. Am I
Yes,
seeing
it
that
is
correctly?
a 6. There. And we
Yeah,
see.
that's showing.
Yeah, that's a 6. Oh, it's
Is what
backwards.
happened.
Oh, I didn't account for the fact that the camera that Discord is backwards.
There you
Let's
go.
go
Oh,
backwards.
Discord. What's 6 backwards? That is a
Uh,
6, which means he. Oh boy. Oh boy.
he has 6 HP.
Uh-huh.
He has 6 seconds to live.
He had 6 seconds to live 4 streams ago.
Uh-huh.
6 centimeters to live.
He pauses. And he says, hold on, is it? Yes. He says, I want to tell you that we lost some good officers.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing.
It was a tough situation. And I'm just gonna tell you that the fact that even I'm here is a terrible miracle. We found him out an hour and a half later. He
Good.
he wanted me to tell you that he was sorry wasn't gonna be able to meet your family.
That fool. He's literally the last person to be sorry. I'm sorry that we abandoned him. Yeah, I would have felt better if he'd cursed me to his dying breath. Feel a lot better if he was angry, asking why did we leave him? Why didn't we stay? Why didn't we save him? Why didn't we fight? I could have sent Joanne and Lydia on, and I could have. It was swarms.
Jensen shakes his head and he just says, there were, and do what? Throw your own life away like many of us here have. He
I don't
all
deserve to live. I mean that. I sincerely mean it when I say I don't deserve to live. I'd give my life up for him in a heartbeat, and I should have. I'm not even trying to be. I'm not even trying to be heroic about it. It's just a utilitarian calculus kind of deal. I mean it when I say that Billy, in every sense of the word, is a better man. I just wish that I'd told him that a little bit more.
oh ads. This will give me a second to think. But Jensen, Sergeant Jensen, where did I put? Where did I? Now I don't know where I put my die. Shit! I hope I didn't just lose that.
Where'd I
You
put my
lost
Billy?
Oh, no, I lost Billy. Um, uh, he he says, Jensen says, I don't. Well, Jensen says, and then is interrupted by a ad for. This is the thing that sucks. Is the second time ads has happened. Nothing. There's nothing. I don't got nothing funny to say. I ain't got a single fucking funny thing to say. Also, goddamn, Billy had been sitting there for like 5 weeks.
You can finally have your mug back.
Was it
can
only
finally
5 weeks? I
I
thought
might
it
have
was
been
like
more.
months.
Uh-huh. Felt like it. Probably was. Probably was around 2 months.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like how that's handled, honestly. It's neat. I like the I get the impression that you're not supposed to have it go between sessions, but it still is really neat. Like I like that element of you don't
Yeah.
know. You don't know your death save until you actually have somebody investigate it or something like happen where you can find out. So I
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
it's one of my favorite things about this game too. So I like that. I like that, and I like that the game really wants you to lean into that suspense too. So um
Hmm.
well, we have a minute and a half. How's everybody feeling? How's everybody stewing?
Uh, I should probably wrap up within the hour, but otherwise, I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think we're going to be waking up at like 5 tomorrow. I'm not sure.
Oh my
5. You should be in bed
god.
already.
Oh my
I,
god.
I probably should, but
You need to
Well,
tell
let's
us these things.
yeah, let's get to a stopping point.
I will. Yeah. I will get us to I'll get us to a stopping point then. Yeah. Um Honestly, I think this is probably the best way to handle this session anyways with this much time. It was I knew Kolia's shit was going to be a beefy time, and then I knew that actually Fred's stuff was going to be a beefy time since we finally unveiled what the fuck happened to him. So
yeah. I think I'll have, if you're down for it, I think I'll have a little bit more to converse with Jensen, but otherwise, yeah.
yeah, I definitely have a little bit more in mind. So, but yeah, this was which means next time, boy. Hey, I want to put it this way. I won't end this on a cliffhanger, but next time I'm gonna start with some fucking shit. Unless you
Putting
consider what
Billy back
happened
in
to
the cup.
Kolya. I don't consider that a cliffhanger. Unless I decide to start a scene. And I'm not going to start a scene for Kolya. I make that promise now. Because if I do, that would be an entire scene. And you wouldn't like that because it would end in a cliffhanger.
All right, well, thanks for letting me know. Bye.
Oh no! Well, I guess you're the GM now for a second. That's what happened. You switched me. They won't know
funny.
who's who. They'll think you're me. And I know you don't want that. Well,
A brand new viewer who's never heard your voice before comes in. They're like that Isaac over there, so handsome.
no, that Isaac just turned his face off.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That yeah, I forgot. That's how it was jumbled.
But uh we returned from advertising, and Jensen says, "Look, I I don't know. I don't know what you're going through. You don't know what I'm going through, and frankly, as far as we know for Billy, we don't know what he was going through. The only other thing he left behind was apology. Didn't specify for what, but clearly it mattered to him.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, he and the others that I've worked with, I wouldn't say I know what we are supposed to be. Even me working this bullshit job. I do think it is bullshit.
Yeah. No, it really is.
Frankly, I'm not chasing some be a hero either. I promise you that. But at least seeing all this, I want to do something good. At least make this experience worth something. But what already it means me. I at least could sleep just with what it's given us so far. So, at least, regardless of what you're going through, whatever Billy was going through, whatever I'm going through,
We
get your folks, get whoever you can off this goddamn station. Had enough
yeah,
problems in everything. Don't need those problems making this situation worse.
I appreciate you, Jensen. Benson, if I may. I've been keeping this stuff so bottled up for so long that if we ever have a chance to catch our breath and drink more alcohol than a human should, I almost want to tell you about the reason why I don't go back home. But I'll be honest, I'm scared of even what you think of me. Uh, I'm sorry, I slipped into sentimentality. I'm being. You make a good speech, sir. You make a damn good speech.
Well, let's get let's both get out of this situation then, and
Can I ask you a real question, business question? This is a. I've been hearing rumors. I don't know if you're allowed to confirm them or not, but I feel like we're drinking buddies already, minus the drink. Are we actually going to be gassing this whole joint?
he kind of gives you a surprised look, and he says, "What are you talking about?"
Uh, To be honest, I wish I knew off the top of my head what my sources were. I can't remember if we intercepted a commission or if we decoded something somewhere along the way and tied. And to be honest, I really genuinely cannot remember at this point. But
It,
me
and
and
I can.
Collier are operating. What's
Oh,
up?
go ahead.
But me and Collier and I think the rest of the crew are making a pretty strong assumption that this old place is going to get gassed. At least Titan and Apotus. I don't know about Rhea. And, I don't know for how long. We assume we might be able to hold our breath. We've been making a lot of assumptions. We just don't really know a lot.
He, you see his face kind of contort, and he says, "No, what are you talking about?"
That we're talking about permanent. Actually, I think that's probably where I heard it from. I think I overheard some sort of comms talking about a solution for all this nightmare. So
All
maybe I'll.
I
Yeah.
know is they had me send out plenty of my constituents and my officers out to accomplish a task. They didn't inform me what it was.
Are you saying they didn't tell that?
He pauses for a second, and he says, "Where did you hear that?"
Hand a Bible or whatever we're praying to these days. I think it was a comms we heard or something like that. I'm genuinely, I'm not even trying to hide anything from you. I'm genuinely scratching my own brain and every part of it to try to remember where I heard that from.
Shit.
I think we intercepted a commission, or I think we intercepted a transmission or something like that. I want to say it's credible. I remember it being credible.
Thought they get. I don't know what I thought. Okay, maybe that's one of my glorious sins is I don't think enough. That's valuable. That's useful. That's good to know. You see, you hear almost a change in his tone of voice, and he says, "I'm gonna have to ask some questions around, but what you say is true, and I have neither reason to believe nor disbelieve anything that you're saying." And I
Strictly
don't know.
rumors.
I I got I got my own gut feelings from this. But if any of that is remotely true, I I'm 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 you're not gonna hear me stand by whilst anything like that happens.
Appreciate it. I wasn't sure how we were going to make it out alive, honestly. I know that gas in the whole joint top to bottom means that almost everything's dead, but probably including us, probably including all of us.
Yeah, I can't guarantee that I'll be able to overrule everything, but or that even my actions will be able to completely prevent it from happening. But I'm definitely I'm gonna be investigating whatever has been happening and what they've been having us do.
You buy us time. You bought yourself a place on that ship. I have no idea. I'm trying to remember who all we promised seats to at this point, but I feel like we can squeeze in one more somehow.
Well, you've bought yourself at least a fine drink. I think I know a place one of the stations on Neptune. If you've ever been there.
I think I might have been on Neptune maybe once.
Tell you what, contact me whatever you decide to do next after you have figured out your parent situation. I'll try to hook
Yeah.
back up with you, and I'm gonna see what I can do about this situation going on Titan. Needless to say, I'm sure my oh so transparent emotions can communicate that I would rather prefer whatever the hell is happening here than just wiping it. Especially knowing that there are plenty of people that still need.
Yeah. You're speaking loud and clear. That's for sure. Godspeed. Good luck.
You as well. Jensen out, and he cuts the line, and Lydia has been quietly kind of listening, and you see her, and she looks despondent. She looks distressed. And go ahead. Trying to think. No, I won't. What is your initial response to her state?
I just look back for a second, then I turn my head forward and lower my head, and I say, "Sorry, kid. Didn't make it."
Um, s- it no, it could have been. It can be any of us, can it? Don't.
Yeah.
I'll get your parents ready. S-
Thanks.
I'll I'll get your parents ready. I
Yeah. Yeah. Look. God damn it. And I don't know why I keep on feeling like I should confess my sins. Maybe it's just the. Maybe it's the mood. Maybe it's the. I don't know what it is. My parents know already. Okay, that should be enough. My wife and my daughter know. That should be enough.
he hears what you say, and he just says, I
Lydia, would you like to know the family secret?
she pauses, and she just says she gives you a strange look, and she says, frankly, I don't know what you mean, and uh, I
Lydia, there's a reason why I haven't been home in approaching 10 years at this point. There's a reason why my wife and my daughter and I talk exclusively through video chat. There's a reason why I've been working my ass off for damn near a decade, sending money back to them anytime I can. I barely have a spare dollar to my name. I take jobs, I go from place to place, and I think I've just been trying to atone constantly, nonstop, and I just don't think I'll ever get there. And I don't think I should.
you see as you're speaking her shoulders relax, but not the expression of kind of general distress that she's exhibiting. And she says, I I will I'll hear certainly. I'm too terrified to know what is going to happen next for any of us.
Yeah.
We leave in this part of the station. Frankly, even even things that I was dealing with, I didn't know really what was at stake until now.
Yeah. Lydia, I'll try to muster this as clear as I can without saying too much. Uh, People like me, you throw me in prison. People like me, you put you put me into an alley. You stab me 5 times. You let me bleed out. I think I'm just so fucked up right now because of Billy. Thinking about sincerely every fiber of my being screaming out right now saying, he should be alive. I should be dead. And it's saying it over and over. Because I believe it with every fiber of my being. Lydia, I did the unthinkable to my daughter.
He hesitates and says, to say,
My parents are great. They need to keep on living. My wife and my daughter, they're doing okay. And they're going to keep on living. And as much as I've thought about it, as much as I really thought about it, until life decides otherwise, I guess I keep on living. And keep on living for them. Until I get lucky enough to be wiped off this realm, wiped off this plane. Sorry for the pity party.
She is conflicted, and I do say, at least so far, Lydia is making assumptions based on what you said, but she just says, "I." You. Hmm. She she hesitates and she says, "I don't necessarily know what you mean, but I am not even sure if I want to."
Yeah.
She just says, "I I think I just need a moment." I think.
Yeah. I'm going to go meet Joanne. Um, I'll let you know when I'm done meeting her and what she has to say. Sounds like she has quite a bit of news for us, so keep you up to date.
Yeah. Um she says, "Yeah, I will get everything ready for parents."
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And she steps back inside. Uh what is when when Fred was kind of like going through that. What are the main things that he was thinking? What is something that he was stuck on?
I think he was stuck for a while. I think the core, like to kind of summarize back through the things he was saying, his brain really was spiraling on this like phrase or thought or idea of like, I should be dead, Billy should be alive, I should be dead. And it was sort of this like pressure pushing on him, this guilt, this survivor's guilt, really, truly survivor's guilt, pushing on him to, at this point, he kind of felt that he felt if he could say his his dirty secret that he might get a relief of pressure, either a relief of pressure or maybe get reprimanded or scorned or something, but just was not even seeking validation, not even seeking like a oh it's okay because like it's not,
Okay.
but seeking a just a in a weird way like a connection with someone, not like getting off his chest his thoughts so that they weren't sitting inside his own brain anymore. So it's kind of a lot of jumbled up kind of that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
I think mostly driven from guilt over Billy's death.
Yes. I'm just trying to think. A part of me is not sure if it was intentional how vague you made it, because I will actually at least be open about this. I think you made it sound a lot worse than you intended it to, while still being kind of
So
vague. I'm just trying to make sure that you meant to do that.
I if you're okay with it, I'm perfectly okay with that because I know that I made a suggestion to you very early on, and we talked about reworking it,
Mm-hmm.
and I kept on trying to brainstorm, and I I was like, I think the best answer is to basically say it without saying it, or to get to be vague. So it's fine if people think the worst because that is potentially the answer. It's potentially not the answer, but I would say, we're family friendly on the stream. Like we're, I think that's probably about as far as in or out of character, you know, that should be. So I don't know. I think yeah. I think I'll leave it there.
Okay. Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure of that. So, but, yeah, Lydia goes back inside of, the kind of, apartment, that your parents are staying in, leaving you alone, in the hallway. Um, Let me see. You Yeah, I would say if you want, um, you can point me in a direction, but we can leave on
Yeah,
that if you would like.
yeah. I think um, because in my mind, he had stepped outside to take that call, and Lydia went back inside, and I think he just starts slowly walking to the car and feels the weight just kind of buckle from underneath him. Just flat out drops to his knees for a little bit and puts his hands over his face and feels some hot tears come out. But after that, one foot in front of the other, finishes and continues walking towards the car with the intent to go see Joanne about her news from Millsect.
Yeah. Um, we can end on that, guys. I'm good to call it on that. In fact, I probably need to go to the bathroom and then we can close the stream because suddenly I need to go take a
Sure,
piss.
sure. Take a kiss. I'll probably ask you a lot more off screen, Sean, since I genuinely don't want to talk about it too much on screen. But did you have an inkling of what was up, or was that left field for you? You are muted, my good sir.
Sorry, it was pretty left field for me.
Gotcha.
I wasn't prepared to carry the stream.
Oh, Sam.
What have you been up to?
Well, yeah, I was telling. I think I was talking before stream. I beat the Pal World yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah. So we did that. That was pretty fun. At this point, I'm just kind of goofing off on a little bit of post game. It's one of those games you can just kind of go as long as you want, but it's nice that there's a beginning, middle, end kind of deal. Been taking Savannah through. So, yeah, we watch random anime usually with dinner and stuff like that. We started in earnest. We started watching Yu Yu Hakusho, and because we watched the Hunter x Hunter and everything, and man, Yu Yu Hakusho has got way more emotions. That like I always remembered it as like a charming show. I always remembered it being like a good romp. Like I always really enjoyed it. But like it's got way more emotion in it than I ever like gave it credit for. Like they really sell it about as hard as they can.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back. And all I could say to your statement, Jackson, is listen, we talked a lot, okay?
We talked a lot. I, this this vague answer is the best I got for you.
Okay.
Unless you would like to, we can workshop some more because we're trying to figure something out.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed the scenes we had today. They were very big, very meaty. I feel like there was a lot of shit that happened.
Meaty.
Did, did everybody learn something? Did each character learn something new to the story?
No, actually, I didn't. I don't think I did.
Oh wow, darn. Kolya's hungry. That's what Kolya learned.
Polya's hungry.
Coley has been fasting for 4 days and it really sucks. This diet is terrible.
Yeah.
This diet is tearing me apart.
Lisa? But yeah, I am really glad and really happy that you one of your immediate thoughts was to try to like do as much in it as possible and see what you can actually accomplish. I want those sequences to feel as surreal as possible. So I really had to like I feel like that scene only took so long because I really had to think about what I was saying because I had to use very specific words at parts. So, but yeah. Um, uh, I really hope that a lot of stuff came through on that, and then also I liked the scene with you and Jensen a lot, Fred Jackson Fred, uh, and I liked
Fraxon.
that that moment you had. I'm so glad I had. Now this is one of those moments that you did something that I wasn't necessarily expecting, but knew everything on how to respond to it, and I was excited about that. I
Yeah,
really
that's
wasn't
good.
expecting you to ask Jensen that question about the
He
casting.
seemed he seemed like he was a real one, so
Uh
I
huh.
was I was like either at this point we've got honesty between each other, so he's either gonna shoot me straight or surprise to me, he had literally no idea.
Uh huh. So, um, yeah, and that'll definitely. Oh, I need to make a note of that, but that'll definitely have consequences. Some good. All right. Uh, I guess. Yeah, I think that about wraps all of that up. Um, I guess closing thoughts. Closing thoughts for stress. I need to put you in stressful situations, Jackson. But any recovered stress from goals?
Okay, I forgot about goals. I
You
don't think
did.
so. I tried, but I don't think I made progress on any of my goals.
You don't think? You did get a lot of information. I think you did get a lot of good information. So
Uh-huh.
Forget where her goals at.
They done
right
here.
here.
Oh yes. Maintain station. Oh yeah. I also love avoid doing surgery.
Uh huh.
We are actually making solid progress to getting parents off of Tennyson. That is progress towards it. We are doing it.
And I believe you're capped at 2 stress, Mister. You
Yeah, I'm
can't.
capped at minimum. Yeah,
You
I
don't
don't
get
think you can go below 2.
your cortisol can't get any lower.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Though everybody gets 1 stress for not getting Billy to Millsect headquarters now, but that definitely we can just strike that off the list. I will say I was like I was um uh that's at least I want to say that's maybe the first time. Well, I guess there was a death in the first game with the Traveler game that I played with you guys, where one
Oh
of the
yeah.
characters died. So we don't really often have any character death. So, and I'm wanting to fix that. I definitely want to fix that. So, one's down. I'm gonna start going through people, I think.
Okay.
So be prepared.
We're
I
li-
think
we're
Michael.
literally
Hmm?
we're literally going into hell. It sounds like so.
Literally.
Literally,
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 literally. I have
literally.
since looked up the words.
Uh huh. But yeah. Um. So yeah. Thanks for joining, guys. Did you guys have any closing questions? Any comments or criticisms? Anything you want cleared up right at the end?
Oh man, can you clear up how far into this campaign are we?
We're over halfway.
Oh, okay, that's good. I looked up our conversation, by the way, like when that took place, because I was like, man, we haven't talked about that like secret, because you asked me and Coley to make a secret. We haven't talked about that apparently for almost one full year. That was September of 2025.
Hey, we're in August. There's a month.
It's a month. Yeah, that's why I said almost a full year. That's why if you're sitting there like strangling my neck metaphorically, like we agreed on this. The answer is I probably forgot, and I
Oh,
just
no.
defaulted back to my first idea.
Oh no. Well, you made it vague enough that we could still do something. Well, oh no. No, you got anything?
Can I get a clean read of all of those alien words?
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. Uh, you have Sot. You have Sitosh, you have Shitosh, and you have Wimpumpch. What do you want from me?
Okay. Thank you.
And you have a name. Shitishish. Shitishish. So you're welcome. I guess I should write those down at some point.
I don't think that read was very clean.
Uh,
Audio engineer says audio engineer says it sounds kind of slurry. You gotta do another take.
I swear I was like, I want this. I do want this, and I swore I practice it every time, but I guess I get scared of the alien. Okay, the aliens scare me. Okay,
Who's scary?
they're scary. They. So.
Do you wanna know a funny story as we're kind of wrapping up? It's pretty unrelated, but it's related to the whole slurry take thing.
Go for it. I hope.
I was in the studio the other day doing like a practice workshop class thing, and I felt really good about it. Like I was a character that felt it was in my range. I had the good stuff. It was 10 out of 10. Problem is I actually really struggled with the character name. The character name I was supposed to say was Mahito, but I
Take
guess
away his mojito.
but I guess my inner Kansas came out. So every time I tried to say his name, I was like, don't worry about it, Mojito.
Mojito.
Like I wasn't trying to be Southern. Like I definitely had a different character voice than that. But like it was like one of those like cool, sinister don't worry about it, Mojito. And it was they had to like do 3, 4, 5 times being like, and I was sitting there just in the booth like Mojito, Mojito.
Mm-hmm. Listen, you start saying a word, and then your brain is like, I need to say this, so you say it the simplest way you can, which isn't always correct, at least in my experience.
Yeah. Yeah, when your brain picks a choice, it's hard to back out of it.
Those pick the choose. Well, we're going to start wrapping it up, everybody. Thank you for joining. Before we go, we're going to do one more thing. Before the end of every stream, I got to draw a picture, and you all are going to help me. you want to participate in chat, all you gotta do is type in chat. Whatever chat says, we'll use as a reference. So type like, I recommend individual words like a noun or subject or an object, and then we're gonna make a prompt, and then I gotta open up Paint, and I'll put on a 60-second timer, and then I'll draw that and then share it before we raid out. So what do you want? What should we try? What should I do? What should I do?
Danny DeVito, Gabriel Iglesias, and a turtle.
Yumsish.
A turtle and say what was that?
Yumsish.
I'm willing to retract mine and just get Isaac to draw that.
No, I can do this. I can do all four of these. Trust me.
You get
Yeah, I can do
15
all
seconds at
four.
most per object.
It's fine. It'll be good. It'll be good.
Each one of these things is going to be like the turtle, Gabriel Iglesias,
Gabriel?
and Dan DeVito are just going to be like 3 circles.
Don't talk about his Gabriel.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Gabriel.
Boy, this is gonna be fun already.
And the other one, it's going to be 3 circles and spaghetti. It's going to be spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah,
which
that's true.
is that not just a turtle? Is that not just a turtle salad sandwich? Okay.
Yeah. I would not eat turtle. I feel like,
That's beneath you.
yeah. Well, it's just, they're too much like pets. I don't know.
What's the friendliest
They're too
animal
much-
you would eat?
Shoot.
I mean,
Mine is pig. Pigs are cute and friendly, but I do eat them.
If I would try various types of bear, including panda, if it weren't endangered.
I was gonna say I've eaten octopus, so
Sure, they just want to hug you.
true. Oh no. Oh jeez. Oh no. Well, boy. Well, stick around for this thing that I've done. I made something. So if you want,
I gotta bring
I
up
put
your
it on the
stream so I
wrong-
can see
I
it.
I was
Put it
gonna
on
say,
the wrong
no, they see it
one.
already. They
No
don't have to
spoilers.
see it. They see it right now.
Well, I'm just gonna leave it up. Fuck it. Fuck it.
If
I
you
drew
want
the wrong one. You guys get to
the
see it.
eyes of any of these creatures, then stick around, and we're gonna be talking as you do that.
Yep. I was gonna say, I was like, well, now we have to. This is the turtling test. You gotta determine which one's the turtle.
Mm.
I think I could pass. Hopefully.
I feel like I can pass, but now I'm concerned.
Yeah. Now that there's been some doubt cast, yeah. I think it's door number 3, but that could just be Danny DeVito with some bad gas or something like that, just hunched over.
No. Number 1 is clearly Danny DeVito. Number 2 is the turtle, and it's just standing on a stump, on a tree stump. Number 3 is Gabriel Iglesias.
Oh shoot! No, yeah, you're right. I like that there's just not quite enough definition on it's like a turtle on a snowman or something like that, and the turtle is the snowman's head.
Well, if you want to find out the answer to... Boy, this might be how the bit goes in the future. I kind of love this. If you want to find out what the answer is by the end of the stream, you got to stick around to the end. Otherwise, thank you for joining, everybody. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you enjoyed the show. If you're able to join the live show, thank you for stopping by and chatting and watching. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for taking the time to go back and rewatching the VOD. We appreciate it. if you're out there and you enjoyed this and you want to see more of what we're up to, I recommend scrolling down below and following or clicking any of the links. There's a link to all the socials and the Discord. We post when we go live on any one of those platforms, as well as anything else that we're up to. And just generally, you come hang out with the rest of the community on the Discord. It's a good time in there. You can find it here. Discord's here. If I type it, that's where the Discord is. You can go say hi to everybody in the audience, everybody in the community. You can come say hi to us. You can talk to me if you really want to. You can find You can find all the pictures of everybody's pets. You can just go say hi to everybody's dog. If you're gonna do anything in the Discord, I always recommend post pictures of your dog, unless you have a cat, because that's how it works. Everybody has a dog, unless it's a cat
Or turtle.
Turtles are a dog.
You're right. No, that is accurate. Honestly, I combined
You
that.
should know. You should know Turtle Pope. He's the best dog.
He's really good. He's arguably not even argue. He's just the best character.
He is
in
the
that
best
video
character in Elden Ring.
I mean that sincerely. I'm trying to think of like who I like better than Turtle. I don't think there is one.
What do you think drove Miyazaki to put a Pope hat on a turtle?
He's just really smart. He learned both sorceries and miracles.
Oh, I thought you meant Miyazaki was really smart.
I think Miyazaki wishes he was a turtle with a Pope hat. I think that's what Miyazaki wants.
I do like Sean's answer a lot better, which is just Miyazaki was really smart. It's just he knew what's up.
Yeah,
he knew what he was doing.
Well,
we'll understand someday.
Speaking of which, thank you to all of our followers on Discord. You guys are a wonderful audience. We appreciate you. If we do anything particularly entertaining or noteworthy, feel free to clip it and share it on the internet. Just make sure also hashtag with MCCanary or link it back to the stream so people could find more of the good stuff we do here. And if you want to see the stream grow, you gotta let people know. I appreciate that people have been talking about the stream, and I encourage you guys to do it more. It does help us out, and it's just super rad that you guys have been willing to do that. We appreciate it. Honestly, I'm glad that we're doing things you guys want to talk about, and frankly, I'm just glad that we do things that you guys want to talk about. So if you enjoyed this, I recommend telling somebody about it. If you enjoyed watching my players continue to try to work with my bad sense of alien languages and be sad, should tell somebody about it. Go tell your friends and family about it. I won't. I've got an obstruction. He's comfortable. Look at him. Look at him.
Look at the boy.
He loves this.
I simply have a lump in the background.
I have a soggy bread, is what he was. He was soggy, wilting bread.
Shockingly, I actually don't have a cat right now.
Wow. It's your boy. Bring up your boy or girl.
Buddy. Mister.
He loves Nina. This. He is actively trying to melt out of this grasp right now.
Nope. It was funny is the kitties will answer usually if I call for them, but I didn't want to shout like too loud because that would be rude to chat.
Wow.
Also, because your wife has probably been asleep for an hour.
No, I still hear her wide awake.
Y'all are so irresponsible.
Y'all are monsters. Well, I won't belabor any longer. Also, a huge thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon, Coffee, and Twitch. Stop them ads.
Oh, man.
You go to hell for that. Your generosity allows us to continue to expand the stream as well as take on more projects. The stream would not be made possible without viewers like you, so we thank you. If you want to see your name added to this list, as well as some other benefits you can get, you could always subscribe directly on Twitch. Check out the Patreon, the Coffee, and the VGen here. Those links will show you everything that you can get, and any amount is always appreciated. Once again, thank you. If you want to support the channel the most, definitely go check out the VGen. That is an artist platform, seller platform for artists to be able to sell art and be able to get in contact over commissions. So if you want to support us, if you want to help me grow my work as an artist, if you just want me to draw something for you, definitely go check out the VGen. I'm keeping busy on that. And otherwise, yeah. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you, Drew Mods, your wonderful job of holding back the robot army and preventing me from becoming famous. And thank you, Jackson and Sean, for playing some more Mothership with me. I had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Do you know how to pronounce all the names of all of your Twitch subscribers? Because like I know how to pronounce like most of them, but I think there's one that I'm like, I don't know about that one.
Which one?
Those all look right to me.
Hizashi Kid? 429?
Kazash. Oh, is that how yeah, yeah. That was the one. I was like, I don't know how that splits out.
Yup. Honestly, I don't know where
Hizashi
they even
Kid.
got that name. I might ask them at some point, because I know them by something else. That one's new for me. Well, new for me in that since they've thrived, I was like, I didn't know you went by that. Well, do you guys got any housekeeping? Anything you want to shout out, or things you've done or found or want to share to the world?
For a second, I thought I had some. No, I don't. No, I still don't.
I had
Well,
something earlier that I really wanted to bring up, and now I don't remember what it was. Piss.
you'll have one more opportunity, maybe. Oh, go ahead,
Before
unless you're thinking.
Before Sunrise is a good movie. If you want a good romance movie, this is Before Sunrise is a pretty good one.
It's a 1 in 50 chance, but if you happen to live in the state of Texas, you should support Tallarico.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's the population's evenly split. It's a 1 in 50.
What's funny, you joke, but honestly, the chances are better than 1 in 50, I think.
Substantially so. Texas is way too many people.
A lot of people live in Houston and Dallas and Austin.
Houston,
and some are in
Dallas.
San Antonio.
There you go. That's the big
Yeah.
four. We got 4 big. That's why there's so many people in this doggone state. Is that we got 4 major cities.
And everyone knows that Texas is big enough that you can fit at least 3 other states in. You can fit the entire European Union.
The entire Northeastern.
Yeah.
That's like 15 states you could get in there.
Yeah, you can put the 13 original colonies in this thing.
Yeah.
You could put the moon in Texas.
I mean, that's how they faked the moon landing, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, they took the moon in Texas and they were like, no keys.
Well, you can go check everybody out in Goblin Entertainment here. That link tree has links to everyone's channels and everything that they've done and they've been up to, and more of my stuff here, which has everything that I post to. So you should go check everybody out in Goblin Entertainment. If you enjoyed this but joined it late or want to see the previous sessions of Mothership we've run over the last year, those are actually available on the VOD channel, which you can find below or in that link tree. You can find all of the sessions we've done, as well as some shorts that I've made out of it, as well as other things, like shorts for other things that we've done, and time lapses for drawings that I've done. You can find it there on the VOD channel, so you go check that out. Everything that we've done over the last couple of years as well. On that note, what we'll be doing for the next week, Wednesday, we should be back. Both you, Sean, and Jackson, as well as Ari and Lauren and I, will be doing more Disco Elysium, which I'm super excited about. On Thursday, we'll be doing some more multiplayer games, usually with James and Aqua. Then Friday, I usually try to do some art thing. And then Saturday, usually either a co-op thing or space time with James and his brother Kenneth, and then we'll be back around to here, probably doing the saga. So if any if any and all of that sounds interesting to you, again, definitely scroll down below and follow. Definitely get in on all of the links below. Definitely get in on the Discord. It's probably the best way to keep up with anything that we're doing. And just generally keep being cool, keep being rad, everybody. Keep doing your best. Go vote. If you haven't yet, go vote. If it's coming up for your state, go vote. Do it. Otherwise, go do crime. So,
But make sure you can still vote at the end, or vote before you do the crime. One of those two.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I think that's about it. I'm gonna look this up because I actually haven't yet. Whilst I do that, what's something good in the world, everybody? Yeah.
What's up?
I was just gonna say, what do either of you have anything good in the world to share?
Yeah, sure. I didn't for a while, but I'm a large human being, as many of you know. Been trying to get back on some health journey. That's not the good. I mean, that's good, but that's not the good thing I was bringing to the table. I keep on reading more and more and more about GLP-1 research and studies, and they're all turning out pretty phenomenally good. Like it kind of is becoming the miracle drug for people with weight issues.
It's weird. It's like unsettling how positive all of the information around GLP-1s is right now.
Yeah, like there are very rare instances of negative. I mean, like there's common negative side effects. There's apparently been one reported instance of blindness, so like there's a pretty scary, one like there's a dot on the radar that popped up. But literally besides that, like every other study I've ever seen is just like, no, it's the best thing ever in your entire life. You like
That's what we like to hear.
And yeah, no, I'm genuinely really excited about that. That's really cool. The price needs to become a little bit more reasonable for human consumption, but it will at some point, hopefully in our lifetime, as as especially as the people lose their patents and stuff like that, and we can start making generics. In fact, sorry, I'll shut up after this. I realize I've been talking for a while. We have been sort of skirting around patent law by other countries, like I think Sweden, I want to say, is trying trying to develop a generic because they're not beholden to American U.S. laws, so they can just kind of do that.
It is Sweden.
So.
That makes sense. That's good. Yeah, because hey, you don't need to. I don't think any of us are going to argue that shit probably shouldn't be patented to begin with.
They gotta make their money. I get it. Like, I get the researchers gotta make their money. But yeah, if it's gonna save
funds research into the sciences.
Yes.
Truly.
Putting that out there.
No, I get you. I agree. No, I would love for it to be as cheap as metformin is right now. Metformin's like $5. I would love for it to be as cheap as that, and just save. Suddenly you have generations of people that live 20, 30, 40 years longer than because of that. Exciting stuff.
Well, that is good. It is good to know that medicine is still being developed. This is a good thing. I feel like I had something along the lines of that too recently, and I can't remember it off the top of my head. But that I'm good to rate out. I'm ready. So thank you for sharing that, Jackson. That is actually really awesome. We're gonna go say hi to Iba and friends. They're playing a weird picture taking game that kind of looks like Pokemon Snap for group play. So we'll go, except they're taking pictures of birds. So we'll go say hi to them. They're good. They're good people. So stick around for that. Otherwise, everybody, have a good evening. Take it easy. Jackson, is there anything you'd like to tell the audience?
Uh, I I think I can tell the difference between Danny DeVito and a turtle. I'm like 80% confident about that.
Sean, is there anything you'd like to tell Gabriel Iglesias?
I have no strong opinions about you. I don't remember anything about you, but I do recognize your name, so good job, I guess.
Well, I
Those,
do you pass the turtle test? What's your answers?
I think we
we
gave our
we I,
answers earlier.
yeah, we gave our answers to what we thought the turtle was. It was number 2.
Yeah, and what's everybody else?
I mean, number 3 has to be Gabe.
I went through this in detail.
Yeah.
Wait. Well,
Yeah,
I
number
hate
3
to
is Gabe
break it to
Newell.
you. You might have failed the turtle test, the turtling test.
How's
Jeez.
that? How's that? How can that be?
That second one actually is supposed to be Gabriel Iglesias.
We'll get him next time.
No, I think that